Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, over the last 2 weeks, I'm sure you've seen a lot of stuff in your news about a guy named Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He's this Maryland guy who was deported to El Salvador. Lots of people on the news are saying he was wrongly deported. He was in America under something called a withholding of removal status. It's not exactly a green card. It's not exactly a path to citizenship. You can get citizenship on this path, but it is a step below normal asylum seekers. Basically, what this means is a judge has said that if you were deported or sent to your country of origin, there is a high chance that you'll be tortured when you get there or persecuted for reasons that in America we would not agree to. If it helps you think about this a little bit easier, someone in Saudi Arabia who immigrated to the United States illegally could get this withholding of removal status if they were gay, because you can be put to death for being gay over there. So, someone with this status was forcibly deported to the country that we had this status on them for. You may have saw in the news yesterday, Trump and the president of El Salvador, Bukele, were meeting to talk about this, and he was told that this guy's not coming back. Bukele made the comment of something like, "Why would I smuggle a terrorist into the United States?" And this guy, Garcia, the one who got deported to El Salvador, Team Trump is using him as this example to say that he was a member of MS-13 and that's why he got deported. That's why we're trying to get all these violent criminals out of the country, but there was no definitive proof of that. That was just a snitch said something in court. He wasn't found guilty of that in court. But that was on record, that someone said he was a member of MS-13. So I guess that's enough to get you deported to another country as someone else's hearsay. Now, in this meeting that Trump had with the president of El Salvador yesterday, if you watched it, it may have seemed like Trump was bragging about having the ability to throw his political opposition, or really anybody he doesn't like, into these sort of black site facilities, into some of the hardest prisons in the world at a whim. And it's true. Without due process, this is the kind of stuff that can happen. All it would take is for someone to say, "You are a member of this gang. I saw you doing business with them. I've accused you." Well, now we have it on record. Now someone has said you're a part of this gang, so what do? Do you want your day in court? You want to be able to prove yourself that you're not a part of this group? Well, that's too bad. These are sick people. These are bad people. We got to get them out of our country by any means necessary. And if you have this mindset of, oh, this will never happen to you, oh, you don't associate with those kind of people, so you have nothing to worry about getting arrested in this way, that doesn't matter. I don't care who you're friends with. I don't care what kind of wheeling and dealing that you do. All it takes is for someone to accuse you, and you can get thrown into one of these sites. And our government won't try to get you back, even though the Supreme Court voted 9-0 that what they did was unconstitutional and he needs to be returned. The countries that we send them to won't do anything because they'll call you a terrorist because you were accused of being a gang member. So why should they try and help you out? And then the cherry on top, of course, is this administration is bragging about it. They're happy about this. And most of their fan base seems to approve of this too. They think this is some good thing that Trump is doing because, we're showing the world that we mean business and we're not going to take no for an answer, until it's you who's saying no. Until it's you who's claiming, "Oh, well, I shouldn't be in this group. I didn't do anything wrong. You got to believe me." That doesn't matter anymore because we're just going to throw you into prisons around the world. Trump said it himself in that meeting. We're going after the homegrowns next. He wants Bukele to make 5 more of these prisons to throw people in. In my opinion, this story is worse than the tariffs. This is worse than most of the other stuff that Trump has done while he's in office. This is an erosion of our power, or rather the power of the people. This is a consolidation of power for the administration. They want to do whatever they want, and it's clear to me that they have that ability. It doesn't seem like there's very many people in our elected government who are doing anything to stand up against this. Now, regarding Brother Kilmar, I believe the governor of Maryland is trying to get a meeting with the president of El Salvador, or he's going to go down there himself to facilitate the return of this citizen, or non-citizen, or whatever you want to call him. He was here in the United States under a protected status that gave him less rights than a normal asylum seeker, and we took that advantage of him. He got used up while he was here and spit out the moment we had an administration who wanted to make an example of somebody. This story does trouble me deeply because of the ramifications this sets, the possibility of what this could mean for you and me. Because again, it doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter if you're actually a part of these criminal organizations or not. They're not doing due process for these people. If this administration can throw you in a prison in another country because someone said you did something wrong, there's no way to even prove it yourself, it's just on the accusation, this will come for you. Frankly, if you've heard this story and you think you're safe because you believe the right things or you voted the right way or maybe your family donates to the right causes, just understand that on a long enough time frame, if this sorts of behavior keeps up, it will come for you. Eventually, you're going to toe out of the party line, and then it doesn't matter if you actually did something wrong or not. You're getting thrown into one of these black sites, and I just hope that when you're being tortured, I just hope all you're posting, I hope you remember how based you were and that you were one of the good ones. That way you can feel better when your life is being taken. All that being said, though, at this time, Brother Garcia, I believe, is still alive, and there are still concerted efforts by good people in the United States to bring him home. Whether that happens or not, we'll see. Time will tell. I guess until we get more news about it, though, y'all try to have a good day.